Show with our memories and recollections from Hurricane Sandy. I want to bring in the youngest member of our staff, Dane. Dane, talk about your recollections of being a student in Long Beach and what it was like for you and your friends dealing with Hurricane Sandy several years ago.
Yeah. So after it hit, it took about, I would say, a week or a week and a half. I was actually out on the island east in Bohemia, and every day I would check the website, and one day it said that we had to go back to the high school, and so we had no idea what was even what were we gonna do. So we pretty much had to cram, I would say 30 kids in a classroom, and we had to learn. And our learning environment was very simplified. So for English, we didn't do really English. We wrote in a journal every day. And what I would say about that is that the schooling system really tried to get everyone back together to know how everyone was, and they provided a lot of services. Let's say you lived in Rockville Center. They would bus you over from Rockville Center to get you to the high school. And what it pretty much did was it brought everyone back together, and that's what I would say the school did for us. Thank God for the school that they opened up. I went to Bohemia School for one day, and I was missing everybody. But yeah, good kudos for Long Beach District.
And I remember one memory of, speaking of high school, is that the Long Beach football team had a playoff game with Carrot, and the Long Beach kids couldn't practice at all. A lot of them weren't in their homes. They had, and the superintendent of Long Beach schools wanted to forfeit the game, and the players insisted on playing, even though they didn't have enough practice or whatever. And even though they lost, I think it did a lot for the spirit, the fact that the kids got together and played under trying circumstances.
Yeah, it goes to show you that even though we're in hard times, anything can be achieved through teamwork.
Joe, what are your recollections of going back 3 years to Hurricane Sandy?
Well, Howie, I took a different approach to it because, and it's probably due to what I faced in my life already by losing Susan. That's loss of life. I know there were people that unfortunately lost their lives to Sandy, but people that I know survived it. I was actually the mayor of cheer on my block. People were actually getting sick of me trying to cheer them up. I saw my neighbors crying, and I saw friends crying, and I was trying to explain that, we're here. We can recover from this. It's material stuff. Yes, it took a toll on pocketbooks. I understand that totally. I'm not downgrading the fact that it was a terrible, terrible storm. But the fact is that we were here, we did not lose our lives, and we were able to enjoy it. If I could just share one quickie story. Once I had 4.5 feet of water in my downstairs of my high ranch, and then they started to repair it. And at one point, the construction guys were putting up the sheetrock and all that, and they wanted to use this instrument called a stud finder. And I said, don't use it in my house. And they said, why? I said, because every time you turn it on, it points at me.
Here's Joe, that sense of humor.
Unbelievable.
But seriously, no, though, I was very fortunate that I was able to, for 4 weeks and 3 days, not stay at the same person's home 2 nights consecutive. I have that many friends, and I'm very fortunate. I feel like the live George Bailey, who, in that movie, It's a Wonderful Life. Why was he so rich? He had so many friends.
What I'll take from Hurricane Sandy, we had this the last minute of the show, is that what it tells me is about the resiliency and the spirit of people from Long Beach. Because Long Beach was devastated. People were out of their homes for months. People were devastated financially. Businesses closed. We lost the hospital. The movie theater was down for over 3 years. But you know what? People stuck together, and it was friends helping friends, neighbors helping neighbors. People banded together. Neighborhoods came together. The West End, the East End, and houses got rebuilt. Businesses got rebuilt. The movie theater's back. The boardwalk was rebuilt. We have the most beautiful, magnificent new boardwalk. And the spirit of Long Beach is better than ever. So to me, that's the story of the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, is the resiliency and the spirit of Long Beach. So on that note, we have to end the show. I want to thank Joe Satriano, Rocco Pasafumi, Dane DiPasquale, Richard Kaplan, our special guest, Mr. Paul Carapace, and Melody Ann from Pravada. And thanks, of course, Brian, our awesome engineer. It's so much fun. And everyone have and how about one final saying? Go Mets. 1, 2, 3. Go Mets! All right. And with that, I will wrap with this. My name is Halftime. I want to thank you for your time. Please join us next Sunday for an edition of Halftime. But at this time, we are out of time. See you next Sunday.
Yeah.